Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mark from the States. How we doing today? I am doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. Come sit on this big fake couch with me. Today we're going to look at facts about the Grassmarket in Edinburgh. How to impress your friends with our friend Tony from Clan BROONFORD. Please go and support his channel. I know some of you already do. I would love for a lot of you to go over there and like and subscribe and comment on his videos. Do the things that you guys do that make you so amazing. And then come back and watch with me. And I'm not too familiar with what the Grassmarket is, so I'm excited to see this video today. And just the opening shot of Edinburgh Castle, it just gets me excited. Of course, you all know that my son Cooper is going to be visiting in like 4 months. He'll be flying into Dublin, then taking a ferry over to Edinburgh, and then a train down to London with his school. So that should be fun. He's going to go with some buddies who's also going. So yeah, he's going to have an amazing time. I am super jealous that he gets to go before me. Hopefully I'm still able to go in 2025. That's our plan. My wife was even talking about it, so it's almost a real thing. I love it. So I'm excited. I don't think we'll be able to go to Edinburgh, of course, on this trip for us, but hopefully soon. Also, I did that DNA, and I have some. I'm about right now. Of course it changes depending on how many people that it's connected with you sign up and submit their DNA. So now I'm at, when I first showed it, I was like 46% Scottish, and then 38 like West Midlands English, and then now Scotland and England are at 39. They're in a dead heat. So my Scottish has dropped. English has risen just a tad. And basically the Germanic portion has kind of really subsided, and now it's been more Scandinavian. So go figure. But I love it. I love to see the fluctuations, and yeah. So far so good. All right. Let's please go support Tony over at Clan BROONFORD, please, and let's find out what we're missing here. Let's do it.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to give you facts about the Grassmarket to impress your friends with. How are you all? Hope you're all happy and healthy and well out there. Yeah, today is...
I love when he says that.
Yeah, I did this a little while ago about Edinburgh. So you might know a lot of these facts already. It's kind of a one-stop shop for if you're in the Grassmarket, if you're visiting. I think Edinburgh residents will know all these, or they probably will know most of these. But it's really just to give you little things that you can show off to your friends with when you're in the area. So I'm down at the far west side of the Grassmarket. I had to do a compass in my head then. And we'll walk along and we'll show you a couple of things, and we'll give you a couple of facts. Just like I said, just so you can show off to your friends while you're here and you say, did you know? I'm sure they will love it. So let's get started. So there we are, Edinburgh Castle, as you all know and love. My castle. So first off, fact right here. This here is the outline, or the line of the Flodden Wall. You see that there?
Flodden Wall.
That's it. That was where the Flodden Wall was. You can see there's a little bit there as well. And it goes all the way up there. And then if you go up and round, you will actually see some of the Flodden Wall still there. Now, if you don't know what the Flodden Wall is, you can go and you can watch one of my older videos of it where I trace the route of the Flodden Wall, one of my favourite videos. But it used to be the wall that surrounded Edinburgh. Edinburgh was a walled-in city, kind of, sort of, for a while. So
nice.
that marked where it cut through here, up there, and kind of, you know, hit where the castle is, really. It hit the castle was the start. You know what I mean? So yes, so there's number one for you. Just a little line marking where the Flodden Wall border stood here in the Grassmarket. Number two, Grassmarket. How did it get its name? Well, it was a market area, mostly a cattle market area. But it's not called the cattle market. It's called the Grassmarket, and generally it's thought of as, because of all the grass and hay, really generally for feeding or covering for the excrement of the cattle and things. So it's not an exciting title. But you don't hear a lot of places called the Grassmarket, so you know, you got to get it. It's not the most exciting reason for a place being called something, but that's kind of all it was, really. It's not. I wish there was a bigger story there to tell you. Say, oh, it's because here, this is where they invented a certain kind of grass that they use on golf courses to this very day. But no, it's just because it was a cattle market. I would have believed that, totally. That's kind of, you know, and that's why down the road is the Cowgate, where the cattle would be brought into the Grassmarket. You see, this kind of knocks on and it kind of all works together. You get that? But that's a Cowgate fact. We're not on the Cowgate, we're on the Grassmarket. Okay, number three. People living in the Grassmarket of some sort of another. Now, this has changed fairly recently because of some excavation work, some building work, or some, I don't know if it was the work they did on the Virgin Hotel just at the end of the Grassmarket there, or if it was something else. But they discovered some fossils in the area. So these were carbon dated, because obviously they wanted to know when these fossils were from. And they were actually from 3,000 years ago, putting it to about roughly in between 1300 to 1500 BC. So there's at least been people of some sort living in this area, maybe in the shelter of the volcanic rock, you know, because that was still a volcano 3,000 years ago, I would imagine. Probably extinct then as well. But there's been people living in this area, maybe not trading, but of some sort for 3,000 years. And now, where people were the original settlers of some sort, probably, here in Scotland, here in Edinburgh, now it's full of pubs. If that doesn't show Scottish life, then I'm actually very proud of that. Settlement 3,000 years ago. Now we
had me at pubs. Had me at pubs.
Number four. We're rattling through them, but these are good facts. Good for you to entertain people with. By the time you get from one end of the Grassmarket to the other, your friends will be telling you to shut up. But number four, it used to have the nickname of Little Italy. Now, I've got to be honest, this is not something I hear of it now. I don't know it of that now. Until I found out this fact by looking up facts. I'd never heard it before. But around about 1880-ish, the first sort of Italian immigrants came over and settled in this sort of area. Apparently, the legend has it that the first Italian immigrant was an organ grinder. You know, with the organ grinder. I don't know if they had a monkey, but definitely an organ grinder. And it got known synonymously for that. And apparently, for a short period, I definitely don't see this. Well, I suppose a little bit for one of the things. The area was known for Italian music and ice cream. Maybe not so much the Italian music, but we've got an ice cream place there. We've got Mary's Milk Bar over there. So there's at least got two ice cream places. So there's a little bit of tradition there as well. That's nice. Number five. This is one I've said before as well, but I do like this one. There's a pizza place here that was started by one of the cast members of the original Star Wars. So Mama's pizza area, which is just behind this van. Badly timed to get deliveries for me. But it was started in 1985 by Gold Leader from the original Star Wars. They did actually used to have it written on the walls on the outside, but it looks like it's had a coat of paint since then. But yeah, it was actually started by Gold Leader, also known as Angus McInnes. So he opened this in 1985. I don't know if he opened it with the money he made from Star Wars, but there we go. There's a little tenuous link. It's not tenuous, it is a link. It's a direct link from this pizza place to Star Wars itself. Number 6, and right next door to Mama's, is the White Hart Inn. And the White Hart Inn is known quite synonymously. Actually, I was using that word a lot today. I've never really used that, synonymous. It's got quite a cool history. It's got a dark history. Apparently Birkenhair used to hang out there, but it's not really what I'm going to tell you about. It's the fact that it is probably the oldest pub in Edinburgh, and you can see right up there, established in 1516. That doesn't mean it was opened at 3:15. There's part of the building, I think it's down in the cellar, truthfully, part of the original foundation, the cellar, where there was a pub there, going back to 1516. How cool is that?
That
there
is
has
cool.
been a pub, that pub, right there since that time. And of course it's supposed to be haunted, but
Of course.
a place that's going to have spirits since 1516, of course it's going to be haunted.
A place that's going to have both spirits. Both kinds of spirits. What old pub is not haunted? There should be a video of pubs that aren't haunted. Now, that's, the pizzeria thing, cool. So far, interesting, though, on where the name came from, the wall, Flodden Wall. And I love when he starts pointing out these old establishments. And 1516, that's incredible. I just love that sort of thing. And it's definitely a place that you would want to visit if you're me, visiting the city for the first time. So basically the Grassmarket has gone from a cattle market back in the day to now just a lot of pubs and restaurants and whatnot, which, you know what, it's kind of the same thing. It's just our version, our being this human generation of the Grassmarket. It's still talking about, back then it was about food and trade, and probably spirits back in those days as well. It's still pretty much, you're just not dealing with the cattle, but interesting. I love it.
Place that's going to have spirits since... Just get on with it. Okay. Now, I don't think I can miss this one. I've told you this one many, many times, but I'm going to tell you again anyway, because I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you it. What is this? 6, 7, 5, 6? Yeah, this is 7. The White Hart Inn. If you go just past the White Hart Inn, just here, there's a stone on the ground right here, marking the site of a bomb that was dropped from a Zeppelin airship. Wow. On the 2nd of April 1916. They actually bombed more than here. They actually bombed quite a few sites in Edinburgh. But as far as I'm aware, that's the only plaque on the ground in Edinburgh.
That's cool.
Commemorating them. I actually think Leith got hit really bad with that. And they weren't aiming for here. I think they were aiming to hit the bridges to try to stop the flow of goods, really, to try to, World War One. Obviously, with the year.
I am so disappointed. I see in the background here, Coors. Oh, that's American. It's probably not owned by Americans now, but still, that's our beer, and it's, compared to the beer you have over where you live, it's terrible. Wow. They've got money, though, so they can advertise and sell a lot of places. But, I'll drink Coors Light just to drink something cold. not a big beer guy, but definitely when I come over, I'm going to want to try the local beer. I've had Bass, I've had Guinness, I've had Newcastle, I've had, I've mentioned that we have a pub, quote unquote, a pub here that sells all those beers. But, I want to go there and get a Sam Smith or McClellan. Is that what it was? We're going to watch more of those pub videos. Those were great. But it always surprises me when I see like a Budweiser or a Coors, are two that universally people, I think, other than Americans, dislike.
But they kind of got lost, I think, and just went, oh, well, let's just drop the bombs here. So they just started throwing them in the window.
They got lost.
So it wasn't their primary target.
Probably happens a lot.
Well, like I said, I think Leith got hit really, really badly for that. But I've said that one many, many times. But I couldn't do facts about the Grassmarket and not include that one. Number 8.
Thank you, Tim.
Executions. There was lots of executions sites in Edinburgh. I don't know why there was so many. Someone actually left a comment on a video not that long ago, why there's so many execution sites in Edinburgh, and I'm afraid I just don't know. There was here, there was the Esplanade right in front of the castle, there's the Market Cross, there was just in front of St Giles, there was obviously the toll booth prison as well in the Royal Mile, where I don't know if they did executions, but I bet you they did torture. And then there was the gates of Edinburgh, where people would definitely, the bodies would definitely be hung as well. And then the top of Leith Walk, kind of where the Edinburgh Playhouse is now, that was an execution site there as well. That was really for your rough criminals, apparently. They didn't get killed inside Edinburgh, they got taken out of the walls. But there was lots of execution sites. I don't know why, but the Grassmarket was definitely a hub of one, right here where the crowds are. See where all the crowds are here right now. Lots of tours, and they're showing that place a lot of. But you can probably see why. Because you have to remember, executions were the main entertainment. There was no, theatres, really. There was no, well, there was, but there was no televisions. People really probably couldn't afford to go to the theatre if there was one. This was free. This was free entertainment, and it was surrounded. Houses, people looking out the windows, able to watch the execution, so you can see where the execution happened by a plaque. Again, you can see it's quite busy here. Lots of tours going on, as this area kind of always does have. But this marks a point where executions used to happen. That goes to the Covenanters who were hung. A lot of Covenanters were killed in this area, but you can't really see it. You can't really see it. Let me. I'm going to stand on the thing here. But if you look down on the ground, see that bit of ground there, and then it goes up there. Oh. There's a hangman's thing.
I see it.
What's the name of it? Oh, that's going to annoy me. Where people get hung, marked on the ground there as well. Actually, if we have a look at this, you can see what this says. On this spot, many martyrs and commenters died for the Protestant faith. Going on to number 9, Maggie Dixon. Again, I've done a full video on this one, and there is a pub named after Maggie Dixon right now as well, which you can see right here. Maggie Dixon was famously half hung Maggie Dixon, or half hang it Maggie Dixon, because she was executed. She was actually executed for the hiding and disposing of a child. She was pregnant, and there's a full story. I've done a full story of this. I've done a full video on this one. So very briefly, she got made pregnant by someone who she shouldn't have been made pregnant by, and then she hid the baby. The baby was found. It was traced back to her. That was illegal then, as it is now as well, to do something like that. And she was sentenced to death, and she was hung here on the hangman's noose. Look, there it is. Now you can get a good look at it.
Oh yeah.
Nice big, now that the crowd's gone. See the hangman's noose on the ground right there. There we go, see that? After they hung her, they took her down, They shoved her in the back of the car and they were going to take her to Musselburgh, which is where she was from, where she was going to get buried. But halfway on the journey back, she woke up and jumped out of the car. She hadn't actually been killed. But documents were shown that she was dead. She was legally dead. So they couldn't hang her again. And she got to live out the rest of her days with the nickname Half-Hang It Maggie Dixon. The full story's on the web. I've done a video.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to that.
But there we go. That was number 9. Half-Hang It Maggie Dixon. The last person to be hanged from the Grassmarket gallows. I was right, gallows. No, I said gibbet, didn't I? I said gibbet. It's not a gibbet, it's a gallows. Was James Andrews on the 4th of February 1784. So there you go. That's just a bonus fact, because that's not my fact, that's facts on the ground. Number 10. Hollywood comes a calling. There's actually been a couple of films filmed in this area fairly recently as well. Filth with James McAvoy, done some scenes here, and the Will Ferrell Eurovision film did some bits here as well. But we're going to go back a bit to Disney and Greyfriars Bobby. Walt Disney visited Edinburgh when he was researching it. Greyfriars Kirkyard is literally just there, just up that road right there. But when they were filming, there's a scene where Greyfriar Bobby's owner, John, I want to say
I've seen that.
John Gray, comes to here looking for work, and they filmed it in the Grassmarket. Although it wasn't quite the right area, well, it might have been. They changed the story. Obviously, they changed the story. It's Hollywood. They tweaked it a little bit, but they filmed some scenes here for when John Gray came trying to look for work. Does that count as 10? That counts as 10. 10's good. 10's a good number to leave it at. Here's a couple of other random facts. It was one of the first areas to be plumbed, to have underground plumbing, which is kind of what these are. The wellheads. Again, I've done a video on that. You can look at that if you want. And you see the nose right there, which is kind of on Victoria Street, Bow Street, West Bow Street. We're going to count it as a Grassmarket. That got in the 80s when that was getting set up, because that used to be a joke shop, a costume shop called Costume Mahaha, which was I remember a lot. It's a real shame it's shut. You don't really get a lot of need for costume shops and joke shops and things nowadays. I suppose we're just not that funny now. But there was a fight with the council for them allowed to do that. Apparently the council thought it was too protruding. They were worried the nose was too big. But obviously, since this as well was supposedly the inspiration for Diagon Alley, and then if you've seen the films or read the books, you remember the Weasleys had the big statue of themselves, the big funny. That's blatantly Weasley's joke shop. Anyway, there we have it. 10 plus facts about the Grassmarket, just to impress your friends. I hope you've enjoyed that today. I haven't done like that for a while.
Thank you so much, bud.
If you have enjoyed that, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It would really mean the world if you could subscribe. But I think we will leave it there. You can see the town is really starting to get busier now. It's not late, it's really quite early right now, and all the tours are already going on. This is a constant hub of tours coming down here, as the whole Royal Mile is. But yeah, until next time, bye humans.
Please go support Tony. It's so, and Clan BROONFORD is so important. Clan BROONFORD. Go support their channel. It's important. Link will be in the description as always. Yes, interesting. I love these kind of videos that he does and others do, and just pointing out little stuff like the wall, location of the wall, the gallows. I couldn't think of the name either. So you're not alone there. A little history about the pubs. That story about that woman, Maggie Dixon. Oh my gosh, that blew me away. Grassmarket, yeah, it just looks like a fun place to hang out and spend several hours, walk around, going to pubs, having a good meal, seeing all those little facts, a place where the bomb was dropped. I love stuff like that. I really do. I really do. And that's why I like his channel. So please go support it. Hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. Yes, I did not steal it on purpose. I didn't even know. But he says it first. He has always said it. And I have just kind of somehow copied him. So I apologize. But he is the originator of that. So I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. And we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. Yeah.